We're back with Marshalltown Today and my guest, Tom Lavelle. Tom, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you for having me.
And we're going to be talking about your play. Okay, that is a big production, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And I bet you've had a lot of fun, though.
This has been a very entertaining play to produce as well as for the audience to see, I'm sure.
Now, Pillow Talk is a comedy, and how many people have you cast for the play?
I believe there are 15 people in the play. The play is different from most plays in that it isn't evenly divided. There are virtually 3 main parts, and then there are a dozen people who play more or less supporting parts.
Okay, and we're going to be talking to some of the actors in the play later on in the program. The play will be held at the Marshalltown High School Community Auditorium, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, and that's going to be tonight?
Yes, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It will begin at 7:30. Tickets are $2. There's no reserved seats. They're all general seating, so if you get there around 6:45, 7 o'clock, you can get a good seat, and they're $2 a seat.
Okay, when did you start when did you start casting and practicing for the play, Tom?
I believe we started in March. We usually allow ourselves 6 to 8 weeks of rehearsal, and we rehearse after school and in the evening, depending on schedules, is the way a lot of our students are involved in work or extracurricular activities other than drama, so we try to work around their schedules.
Well, that's true, too, and with the prom and all the activities that have been going on, that's quite an undertaking.
That kept us very busy.
I imagine so. Okay, how many other members of, how many other students will be involved in this production?
Well, backstage and all the production crews, the lighting, the sound, the makeup, the costumes, the business, the program, the publicity, the props, all of the others, we probably, I think we have 62 people involved in this production.
That's a lot of people.
And you usually see 15 on stage, so you know there's a lot of people that work backstage.
Right, right. Well, thank you so much, Tom. And my next guest will be the student director of the play. Hi.
Hello.
And what's your name, please?
Randy Kroger.
Randy, nice to meet you. Why don't you tell our viewers what a student director does?
Well, basically, he does every little thing that the director can't do, like feed lines to the actors when they forget them, and takes care of things backstage, makes sure everything's quiet and that kind of stuff.
And also, now how did you get involved in this? Did you have to apply for the job?
Well, yeah, it was, he kind of took the people, there's like 5 or 6 people who wanted to be student director, and he made a choice between the 5 or 6.
And you were the winner, huh?
I guess.
Okay. Now, do you work with the stage crew, so, with all the people that are behind the scenes too? Do you work with like props and all the background and the art department, or is that a totally different area altogether?
Well, I kind of work mostly with the actors, but I do work with the set construction and backstage quite a bit during the show.
Okay, thank you so much. And our next guest is one of our actors, and your name is?
Amy Shipley.
Amy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Why don't you tell me, you are in costume for the play, correct?
Yes.
You wanted me to be sure everyone knew that.
Stress that.
Although you look lovely, very conservatively lovely.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell us about your part?
Okay, I played Jan Morrow, who is an interior decorator, and the situation is that I have a problem with my party line, and the other side of my party line is Brad Allen, who's played by Peter Terry, and he's always on the party line, and I never can get any business calls through. And that's pretty much it. Centers around the conflicts between that and...
Okay, and now Tom told me that you've been working 6 to 8 weeks to prepare for the play. Do you remember all your lines?
Pretty much. I have over 400 lines.
Good grief. I'm glad I'm in television and I can just do impromptu and not have to worry about remembering everything.
Yeah, it's not so bad. It gets there towards the end, but...
Right. Have you been in drama for most of your high school years, or is this your first year?
Oh, no, I've been involved in drama since 4th grade.
Well, wow, you're an old pro then.
Let's hope so.
Okay, thank you so much, and good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. And my next guest is...
I'm Brad Hamilton.
Hi, Brad. And what part do you play?
I play Jonathan Forbes, and I'm a millionaire, and I'm conceited, and I'm in love with Jan Morrow.
How exciting! You get to pretend like you've got lots of money. That sounds like a lot of fun. Like I asked Amy, do you remember all your lines?
Oh, well, Amy and I have a little problems together, but we're getting them solved. They're
That's
coming.
great. Well, that's great. Now, have you been in drama for a long time?
Yeah, ever since I was little. I like
Okay. Now, are you planning to go into higher education after you finish high school?
I'm planning to major in musical theater.
Great. That'll be a lot of fun. Get involved in some plays in college. Now, what is your area of study and concentration? Is it mostly music and drama then?
Yes, and some speech and things like that.
Now, this play was a movie, right, with Rock Hudson and Doris Day, was it?
And I play the part that Tony Randall played.
Okay. That'll maybe help people understand the part you're playing. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Okay. And my next guest is?
My name is Peter Terry.
Hi, Peter. And what part do you play in the play?
I play Brad Allen, who is a composer, and he's also a bit of a ladies' man, and he's also the problem Jan Morrow has with her party line.
Now, do you have a problem getting into your role?
Oh, no more than I guess anyone else would. I guess it's fun.
I always ask people that because sometimes it's difficult to get into character sometimes.
Well, yeah, it can be, but this is, you get to do some of the things that normally you wouldn't get a chance of doing.
Right. And how long have you been in drama?
This is the first time I've been in any high school production, but I've been involved in other little things once or twice before, but this is the only real major thing I've done.
Okay. And what do you plan to do after high school?
I plan to go into college. Exactly what, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, some people never know till the day they graduate, so I wouldn't worry about it. Lots of luck to you.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more Marshalltown Today right after this. We're back with Marshalltown Today, and we are here on location at the Marshalltown High School Community Auditorium, and we're going to be looking at a few scenes from the play Pillow Talk. So we hope you enjoy them.
So you're Miss Morrow.
Yes, I'm sorry about all those letters, but this has been driving me crazy.
Miss Morrow, your telephone company wants everyone to have a private line. And we are putting in new trunk lines as fast as we can. But with all the construction going on in your area, well, it takes time. And we have hundreds of applications, well, which take precedence over yours, I'm afraid.
Oh, but there must be a way to get one.
Well, if some emergency arose, if you were to get some serious disease, for example, typhoid or smallpox, if you were to become pregnant, then you jump right at the top of our list.
I'm afraid I'm not quite ready for that kind of an emergency.
No. Well, I wouldn't know what else to suggest.
Oh, but I'm at my wit's end, really. You see, I'm an interior decorator, and I do a lot of my work out of my home, so naturally there are calls that I must make. But I cannot get a call through. That man is always on the phone with some woman.
There's nothing wrong with being on the phone.
You don't understand.
Understand what?
Have you any idea what it's like to share a party line with a man so obsessed with women? Well, he's practically a maniac.
That is a very serious charge. Can you substantiate it?
Well, for one thing, he's always singing love songs at all hours and to different girls. Well, he must have a piano by the phone because he plays and sings and then talks nonsense for hours.
Has he used any objectionable language on the phone?
No.
Threats of any nature?
No.
Has he made any immoral overtures to you?
Well, not to me.
And you're bothered by that?
Well, yes. I mean, no. What do you mean, bothered?
You're a single woman, I take it.
I don't see what that has to do with
And this man
anything.
carrying on with these other women disturbs you.
Believe me, Miss Conrad, I don't care what he does. I just want him to stop doing it on my telephone.
All right. I'll have one of our inspectors stop by and talk to him.
Thank you very much.
I can see you do have a problem.
With my telephone.
If what you say about this man is true, we may be forced to disconnect him.
Good. Now, which door do I go out? I have to catch a taxi.
The way you came.
Thank you.
You'll hear from us.
I'm counting on it.
You know, Brad, you ought to quit all this chasing around and settle down and get married.
Why?
Why? Because you're not getting any younger, fella. I know it's fun, it's exciting out dancing with a different doll every night, but there comes a time when a man wants to give up that kind of life.
Why?
Because he wants to create a stable, lasting relationship with one person. Brad, believe me, there's nothing more wonderful, more fulfilling as coming home to the same woman every night.
Why?
Because that's what it means to be an adult. A wife, a family, a house. A mature man wants responsibilities.
Why?
Well, if you want, you can find tricky arguments against anything. What have you got against marriage anyway?
Jonathan, before a man gets married, he's like a tree in the forest. He stands there independent, an entity unto himself. Then this tree is chopped down. His branches are cut off, and he's thrown into the river with the rest of the logs.
No, Brad,
And that's not all. This tree is then taken to the mill. And when it comes out, it's no longer a tree. It's the vanity table, the breakfast nook, the baby crib.
No,
The newspaper that lines the family garbage can.
Now, Brad, if Jan wasn't something extra special, then maybe I'd believe you. But with Jan, you look forward to having your branches cut off.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed the excerpts from the play Pillow Talk that Mr. Lavelle has chosen for you to see, and hope that you all go and see the play tonight. We'll be right back after this. We're back with Marshalltown Today, and I have Tom Lavelle back. Tom, looks like a real exciting play, and it's going to be really a lot of fun for the people in the community to come out and watch, I'm sure. And why don't you tell us again the nights and the price of the tickets?
Before I do that, I'd like to add one thing. The students that were just out here were somewhat humble in their accomplishments. Brad Hamilton, for instance, is recognized in the state in National Forensics League, which is a speech competition. Peter Terry has also received 1 ratings in his speech competition, and both Brad and Amy were in The Sound of Music. They had lead parts there. Kind of brushed over their own accomplishments. So
Very talented young people.
Very versatile, too, in their abilities. It's going to be this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 7th, 8th, and 9th of May. It will begin at 7:30. Seats are $2, and there is no reserved seating. It's all general seating. So we'd like to have people come out. It's a very funny comedy, and they'll really enjoy it, guaranteed.
Thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. So till next time, this is Joan Cordt for Marshalltown Today.